All right, once again, back with part 2 of the article analysis videos, and I want to show you a different type of research article and therefore a different way to approach doing your article analysis. Many times when you do these research articles, you'll run into one of 3 types of research articles written. The first example that I showed you in the previous video is the literature review, where there is no necessarily research-based article. It's just kind of taking a lot of literature and making meaning of that. And the second one, which I'll show you today, is a qualitative study. And the next one I'll do for you is a quantitative study. A qualitative study is when we're probably interviewing people, we're doing a case study, we're talking to people and getting the stories and perceptions and opinions of particular people. When we do a quantitative study, we're looking at doing more experimentation, more hypothesis testing, things like that. So we're doing more of the numerical, statistical type of research. So this one here, I scrolled down and found another article, is Understanding Instructional Leadership Through Mental Models of 3 Elementary School Principals. So what we'll do, like we did before, is I'll open this up. Go here, and what we'll do is read the abstract. The abstract will let you know whether you want to move forward with this article or not. So make sure you take your time and always read your article. So this one tells us from the very beginning that this is a collective case study design. So I noted it as a qualitative study. They're actually going to talk to people. So they're doing this, 3 elementary urban school principals, at different stages in their careers. Findings reveal differing levels of integration as well as variation regarding the conceptualization of instructional leadership and underscore the usefulness of mental model concept during discussing instructional leadership. So this seems like a good enough article to proceed forward with. So what we'll do is now go to link to full text and click that and hope it will give us the actual article. It does. Great. This comes out of EAQ, which is a major research journal for school leadership. So you want to be familiar with these types of journals. Next, I then proceed to save it. I'll open it here, save it. It should come up. There it is. And what I'll do, as we did before, is I'll save it into proper folder. So 7004. The authors are rough, and I'll just take the first author, dash, and get a piece of the title, Understanding Instructional Leadership. The year, 2005. Now, I know I told you beware of those things, but sometimes these articles can be good if they'll help you get your point. So 41.3 and page numbers 554 to 577. All right. So now that I've saved that, I then start to look at this article. So let me expand this because it looks like it's in some small print. So this should be good. Once again, it has the abstract, and you can kind of skim through. So this one, because we know what kind of study it is, you'll skim through this opening because it kind of sets up everything. You're saying we're not reading it; we're just going to skim through it. Conceptual model. All right, so this may give you a little more information about how the model set up because we're probably looking at a conceptual framework. So once again, skim through this stuff, make sure you kind of understand it, but don't get yourself caught up in reading this and trying to get a deeper meaning. The term mental model, read that, kind of skim through, make sure you understand it. The most important part you need to go through in a study like this is going to be your methods or methodology. So here we are, methods. This one you will actually read because you need to understand how the study was done. So the methodology used was collective case study. All right. So they give some support for that. They also then have the participants for the particular case study. and you'll read about the different types of people in the case study. Don't get caught up in the fact that they use 3 principles in a case study, because you can do that. A lot of times, because we think in public schools we have to do everything numerically and all this kind of stuff. If we only interview 10 people, that's not enough people. That is enough people for a particular study, because you'll reach saturation where the 11th person is not going to give you more than what the first 10 did. If you're looking for not enough people, then you're talking about trying to interview thousands of people, and no one's doing that. So don't get caught up in the number. Get caught up in the quality of the person in the selection process. It talks about the procedures for doing a study, all of that. Once you understand it, you're good. The analysis, how it analyzed, you'll get that in your findings. But skim through this, make sure you understand it. Where you have to do your real reading starts here in your results. So what it begins to give you then is some themes that come out of this. So 3 case studies, a collective case study, are presented sequentially beginning with the novice principle. Each case provides brief background. The principle discusses instructional leadership around the themes of the perceptual focus, standard of assessment, approach, design, and implementation tactics. So here is theme 1, person 1, the rookie, balancing people and programs for the right fit. That is a card piece. So once again, you go here. You have your title, your reference. That first finding, balancing people and structure for right fit, will be here. So it'll be 1 or 2, instructional leadership, part 2. And then you put that title there, and then you begin to get points from there. So what you'll do is begin to start reading this and pulling out points and putting them in your words. So rephrase, paraphrase, put it in your words, the points that you've gathered from here. So read this entire section and then pull out those points that you actually need to make sense of your understanding of this. Then you will go to the second section. Now, I need to back this up. If you find that there's a whole bunch of pieces in there, then you just do an extended bullet. So rather than part 2, you do part 3 or part 4 and just do this continued. But what you don't want to have is, and I'll go back to this particular document. What you don't want to have is 12 bullets here. So 3 to 5 solid bullets. And if you need more than that, you just create a next part to it. So this will be 1, title, 3, or 4 if you need more than that. But you probably won't need to go further than that. So you should be good with this. You get to your next piece, managing conflict for optimal results. That'll be another section in your analysis. And once again, you do the same thing. You read through, pull out pieces that are important to you to help you make meaning of this, and then start to put it all together in your bullets. And once again, if you need more, create different parts of the analysis. So you do that. Now get to the third principle. Here, a distinguished principle, articulating the meaning of expectations. And then you'll start going through that. And you'll get there. Now, you'll figure out all this stuff, and then you get to the discussion. I would go through and not a light skim, but a medium skim of the discussion, because it should take you back to your findings. But if there's anything said in here that is of use, that you feel is of use, that helps you understand this article better, then you can go and pull that and create bullets for those things as well. But you would create a discussion section and then put bullets in that. And after that, you're done. So we're not reading the entire article. We're going in and strategically reading for the pieces that we need, and then extracting that to make meaning. So I don't want you to get caught up in a lot of the reading, but you do have to do some of it, and that'll help you as you continue on. So that is that for this part 2, and I'll come back with a part 3 to take you through a quantitative study and see what we can